Evening, everybody. Just thought we'd put a little video on to go through a few little golden rules that we found out about. We had a meeting on Monday with some of the consultants and the medical team from Cambridge, and there were a few things that actually they brought to light that were really interesting. We thought we'd share them with you. So we were discussing clients and clients' weight loss and the things that we could do to help it get better weight loss and to get consistent weight loss for you, and myself included. And there was a couple of things that I thought was really interesting. So the first one was the amount of people who sometimes steer themselves away from the plan. They will sometimes think, oh well, I'll only have 3 days, 3 products today, and I'll have 5 tomorrow, or I'm just, you know, being a little bit too flexible about things and the way that the plan works. And I can't stress how important it is that you don't do that. Basically, the plan works and it's very finely tuned and very finely balanced, so that the individual steps that you're on work for you. Now, making sure you stick to that step is hard. Okay, head office are watching us. They're kind of asking us questions. Is everybody sticking to plan? And we obviously are saying yes, everybody's doing what they should be doing, and we can see that the weight losses are great. It is coming off, so we need to keep that going, and I appreciate all the hard work that you're doing to do that. The other interesting thing was that they were saying about the spreading of the products through the day, how crucial that was. I know from personal experience, I mean, I lost 4.5 stone in 12 weeks, but over the last 2 or 3 weeks, I've really struggled. I've felt hungry, more hungry than I have for the last sort of 3 months. I have not seen the losses that I've had over the last few months, over the last few weeks rather, that I've had over the last few months, and kind of that's one of the reasons why we had the meeting on Monday, just to kind of talk about that and what we can do to sort of see what I'm doing that's not right. Basically, what I've been doing is not spreading the products out through the day. As I said, the products are very finely tuned and finely balanced to work through the day, and it's the effect on your insulin levels and then the insulin spikes you get through the day can have an effect on your weight loss and water retention especially. So that 4-hour gap between each of your products is really important. I was in two bars, Oriental soup and a spag bowl was my 4 products for the day. But I was going to work at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I was thinking, I feel a bit peckish, I'm hungry, I'm going to have both my bars at the same time, so one after the other, and that's my breakfast. Having my soup at 12:30, and then not having my tea then until when I got home from work at like 6 o'clock. Now, what they've said on Monday was that by doing that, having those 2 bars together in the morning was too many carbs all in one go. So because I'd not had the pause between that level of sort of nutrition, if you like, the level of food, then it was knocking me out of ketosis. And the minute you're out of ketosis, the hunger sets in, and the fat burning stops. The weight loss sort of slows down, and that's exactly what I found. So I mean, yesterday and today, I've had them spread apart, and I know I shouldn't have, but I have stepped on the scales this morning, and I'm kind of back to where I was when I was losing more weight more quickly. So that certainly feels that way, and looking at the scales, it's potentially that way. I won't know properly until Sunday, but fingers crossed. But I would recommend everybody think really carefully about that, spreading those meals out, spreading the products out, so you have that gap in between, so you're not overloading on carbs or any other particular protein or whatever in each of the products, and you give your body time to get over the initial spike of insulin that you get when you eat, and then to keep you in ketosis for the rest of the day and not feel hungry, and obviously have good weight losses each week. So golden rule number 2. The other sort of thing they said, which was really good, was the bars are really lovely, and they're a really good standby, and I really love the strawberry bar, as you all know. But if you only have 1 bar a day, you will probably have faster weight loss. There's the carb content, and there's other things in there. I'm not sure what, but I think it's mainly carbs. But if you're having more than 1 bar a day, it can slow your progress down a little bit. Okay, so now the last 2 days I've gone to 1 bar, and I'm trying things I don't particularly like. I had the cherry and strawberry smoothie this morning. It was okay. I had the golden syrup porridge yesterday. I didn't like it, but it's like doctor's medicine. I've got something I need to cure. I've got 4.5 stone that I need to cure, and so I know that I've got my Oriental chili, I've got my spag bowl, I've got my other bar to look forward to. If it means I've got to have 1 thing a day that I'm not overly keen on, then that's the sacrifice I'm going to have to take, and I will do that, and I'll persevere, because I know that is the best thing for me, and for the majority of you I would expect to be the same, to get the best weight loss. So if that's something you can do, and then you go to 1 bar, perfect. Okay. The final thing was, and it is for me, it is for many people, one of the big side effects of the diet: constipation. Okay, not being able to go properly to the toilet. I went to step 2 at the end of my 12-week session, which is what everybody's got to do, whatever, after 12 weeks if you've been on step 1B. Went to step 2, and I've not really been right since then. The Cambridge fibre and the fava beans are great to try to increase the fibre. In 1 bag of fava beans there's 3.5 grams of fibre, which is quite a large amount of fibre. So if you're having the fava beans, then great. Unfortunately, once you've got the constipation, you kind of need to shift it. The recommendation was get a suppository and wait it out, clear the blockage, and then introduce the fibre, the Cambridge fibre and the fava beans into your regular diet as you go along, to make sure it doesn't happen again. Okay, those are a prevention rather than the cure. So I don't know as I'll go down the suppository route, but it's something that I'm kind of thinking, well, I need to just take something just to get clear the situation, and then add more fibre into the diet, which is something we'll all have to do, I think, at some point. I mean, I'm drinking 3.5 litres of water a day now because I've got that massive bottle, which is amazing, and that's getting easier and easier. But it's just one of those things, you know what I mean? We're on a major plan, a major journey at the moment, all of us together, to lose a significant amount of weight. So that's not easy, and the things that we're going to do are not going to be easy. It's not going to be a walk in the park. So we've got to just get through those things as best we can, manage the situation, and get through it and move on. All right. Me more than anybody, I've got a long way to go, and I want to get there. I want to get there and show you that it can be done as well. I think you've all done an amazing job these last few weeks. The weight losses we've been having are fantastic. We've had some people who've had their stone certificates already, who've done really, really well. If you've just started with us, then your first few days are probably the hardest, but it will get better as that ketosis settles in and you lose the appetite and you lose the hunger pangs. It will get better, I promise you. So just keep at it, stay strong, and we will see you all soon when we come to deliver your stuff. See you soon.